guys, and welcome to this tag, All My Pink Oracle and Tarot decks. So, as I was pulling out all my, supposed to be pink tarot decks and oracles, I actually realized I may not have a tarot collection. I may have a pink tarot deck collection just because I found out so many pink decks or just decks that in my collection have, pink accents or just pink cards, and I found out I just have so many. So brace yourself because this is going to be huge. So I am surrounded by almost 20 decks for this tag, which is, far more than I expected. I even have I'm wearing a pink sweater today because I've realized how much I've been drawn to pink lately, and possibly because pink is a very feminine color, conventionally associated with femininity and so on. And there is also some work I want to do around that energy. So I've also, divided this decks into tarot and oracles, so you can skip also some of them if you are not interested or just enjoy this video that I still don't know how long it will last. So buckle up and let's get into it. I don't think there is a better way to start than pulling out my Cosmic Pink Pocket Edition. Actually, it's the Wandering Moon Tarot Cosmic Pink Pocket Edition. So I have also this one in the standard size, but this was the first one I actually picked. You can buy it on Etsy. It's a lovely, lovely deck, and I don't think you can pick up on camera, but it's a bit shiny, the box, as well as, I don't want to say the cards, but a little bit also the booklet. I don't remember if the cards actually are a little bit shiny, but oh yes, the edges is slightly pearlescent. I don't know if you can see, so it's edged. This is a lovely, lovely deck, as I was saying. It has some additional cards as well, and it is pink and it is mini. I don't have many mini decks, but this is one of them. The suits also are renamed. As you can see, we have moons for, if I'm correct, it is cups, wands are wands, and then stars are pentacles. It's very minimalist, and what drew me to it was, the color in the first place. I wouldn't say the style is exactly my style, though I love also, I kind of go from, being pulled to more like collage decks and also more fuller aesthetic with maybe stacked images to a more minimalistic one like this one. But I think what I really liked about this was the color. But I have to say, there is something very feminine in the aesthetic too. And a sword's also a sword, so it's standard name, but just two suits have been renamed here, and also some of the names like in the majors, like the Hang, the Soul. But as I was saying, I have the standard size for this one, but I don't use it as much. As you can see, yes, there are many additional cards. It's lovely, a lovely, lovely deck. I carry it with me also when I travel, because it's very easy to carry around, and so I can also, do readings for my clients on the go. So this is a deck that travels with me. I don't use the standard size, and I also have the Oracle from the same, let's say, series, the Wandering Moon Oracle. I still haven't used them because I prefer this one. This one has a purpose. This one, travels with me. I just love this Hermit card. But I have the other ones, and still I have to use them. So this is the Cosmic Pink. Oh, these are the backs, by the way. Pocket Edition. If you want to look it up on Etsy, by the way, it's by Moon House Studio. I forgot to say. Next one, again, I think is very appropriate for this tag, is the Tarot of Aphrodite. As you can see, the box and everything is all pink. So this is a lovely, lovely deck. This is pretty pink, right? This is a lovely, lovely deck, and also the booklet is lovely for, you know, love readings. It's a art-based deck. At first, you know, I didn't really thought this would be for me, or I could really like it, especially because there are many borders. I don't know if you can see, but there's this pink border which is lighter, then we have a gold border, then there is another pink border which is the same color actually, and then we have other three borders, like we did this darker pink, a gold border again, a gold line, and then this white internal one. There's a lot, right? And then we have also this sort of box around, you know, the name of the card. So I really wasn't sure. I mean, I like art-based decks. It's really something I love having in decks, but I wasn't really sure about the color, about the backs either, because you know, I'm Italian and I've seen this. I really know Botticelli, and I really know, you know, I've studied also his works. And I wasn't sure about having this on the back of a deck, but actually, and I also missed, you know, through the camera when I was watching videos, I couldn't really pick up on the paisley, you know, pattern here, which is lovely. I thought it was plain pink, but it's not, you know. By the way, this is lovely. It features some of my favorite art. As I was saying, I thought I wouldn't like it just because of the many borders and then the colors and many other issues. And I have the Venus Morning Star Tarot. I actually find out that I'm using this one more. Yes, I got the Venus Morning Star, and I was really still looking forward to work with that one, but I'm using this one more because I started using it right away for love readings for my clients too. And I just found out that this is amazing, you know. It's really, really, I mean, I find it really reliable. It's a perfect deck to deal with love relationships, you know, breakups and healing connected to love and relationships. So I'm using this a lot also with my clients, but it's also for personal use, and I'm using it for both. So it's very versatile, and maybe it feels, I don't know, in a certain sense less perfect than the Venus Morning Star, but maybe for that reason I'm using it more. Like, I have an issue with the Venus Morning Star at the moment. I can't seem to be able to use it just because it feels a little bit more precious. Maybe for how it's crafted, it just feels a little bit more polished, you know. But I don't know, but there is something, and actually it's quite surprising to see that I'm using this one more now. But I planned, you know, I have plans for this deck and for the Venus Morning Star too. By the way, this is the Tarot of Aphrodite. I know I probably have to go quicker, but I really hope you are enjoying this video in any case. So no matter how long it takes. So this is the Goddess of Love Tarot. Again, another feminine deck. Actually a deck for embodying the erotic divine feminine. I'm very interested in this type of work. I've edged mine, Goddess of Love. I wanted it to be more red. Actually the edges are a bit more on the pinkish tone, you know, but I think, I mean, I have done a good job overall. So this is the Goddess of Love. It's a very feminine deck. It features a lot of pink, as you can see, and feminine elements like roses, and there are like tigers and a lot of snakes. Snakes also represent Kundalini energy. There are a lot of statues. It's a very feminine deck, pretty feminine. I would say there is no masculine energy. Even though you know, I feel like this is an empowered feminine deck. So it's not feminine in the sense that it's soft or weak of anything. I'm using the word feminine in the sense of empowered feminine always, you know. And it's also very good for like diving into the, you know, erotic wisdom and doing healing, I think, around also those kind of wounds, you know. There's a lot of pink in this deck. So yeah, this is the Goddess of Love Tarot. Continuing with the feminine theme, you know, and divine feminine energy decks. This is the Tarot de Femme or Tarot de Mujeres. You can find this easily secondhand. This is obviously vintage and it is secondhand. It comes with a very, very interesting little white book with some unconventional interpretations, I would say. This is one I've owned for a very long time, and the pink here is mostly, you know, in the backs of the cards, because the cards themselves are not very pink. Sorry for the glare. As you can see, also the backs are very feminine, and there is a lot of red and pink. If I could feature, you know, my first 15 decks and not my first 5 like I did in one of my last videos, I would say this is one of my first 15. This is one of the first decks I got. Maybe there's a little bit of pink here. It can seem like a meditative deck. It's a deck connected to, I think, Divine Feminine, but also cycles, and I've used it a lot also for, you know, menstrual cycles and so on. So it's one I used a lot during that period. For me, it's connected to that. And also I love this deck because it's, I think, the only one I got, and I don't know if you know about others, that features a couple on the Six of Swords, which is very interesting, you know, with the 6 representing like harmony and maybe harmonizing your heart, you know, with another, when you seek maybe the kind of peace, you know, and you overcome struggles and conflicts and so on. I really like this. I found this deck, as I was saying, to be very reliable. I've been using this for a lot of time and for my clients in the past, and it is very, very accurate. So even though it may seem like maybe a little bit repetitive too, but I don't mind it. I think it's a characteristic of this deck. I really love the colors. I think the colors are lovely, are a bit muted, a little bit pastel, and so I think it's also perfect for this deck. There is a little bit of pink here also, especially on the borders. And I don't know if this is watercolor, but it may be. And it's actually very accurate. And I don't mind, as I was saying, the repetition of these kind of faces, you know, and so on. And also these couples, they seem to be the same in various cards, but, and the minors are pips, but there is something about this deck. There is a softness, the colors, the palette, you know, I think it's something that I really like. And the cards are so pretty, and the colors are so pretty. And there is pink here, as you can see, on many cards. It's not, I would say, it's not the primary color, but there is quite a bit of it. And also there are, yeah, pink here and many purple cards as well, like this one. There are a lot of browns. Yeah, so this is the Tarot de Femme. A huge favorite, one that I have had for so long. And I ordered it from Argentina. And being half Argentine, I'm also connected to this deck for the origin, which is not where the deck was made, but it's where I purchased it from. It was like, I don't know why. you can get it, I think, everywhere. I could have got it, you know, maybe here where I live also, because I see it being sold, you know, secondhand. So it's not difficult to get it. But yeah, I mean, it makes it even more special for me. Next one is another one that I don't see on YouTube ever, because I think I was probably one of the few, if not the last, to purchase this on a very famous website, which is Tarot NL, which sells, you know, tarot decks and also indie tarot decks. This is the Langustal Tarot. I don't have the box anymore, and I think it was so stupid to throw it away. And I also trimmed this deck. This is a deck I got for like $10 many years ago. Again, if I could feature, and it's in order because it's in my retirement basket, I'm not using it. If I could feature my first 15 decks, this would be one of them. There is a lot of pink in these cards, but especially in the minors, and now I will show you. So this was not expensive. This is the most lovely, you know, lover's card ever. Even if you don't like this style, the colors are amazing. And I know that this is not for everyone. I have tried to sell this one many times, or to sell it, to rehome it, just because I don't use it anymore. It's in my retirement basket. Yes, I have a retirement basket for my decks. So there is a channel on YouTube if you Google or you search on YouTube Langusto Tarot, you can find a channel where the creator also explains all the majors. And I really studied the majors when I got this deck. Also listening to the YouTube, to this YouTube video, YouTube explanation. There is also a very lovely little white book. I love this star card. And I think I couldn't part ways with this one just because I love, there is something in this deck I really love, and I read a lot with it, a ton with it, also for clients a lot of years ago. So I think I'm connected to it in some way. As you can see, there is a lot of pink. There are a lot of hands, of eyes, of hearts, but especially I want to show you, because there is a lot of pink in the minors and in the cups. So there is a lot of red as well. This is, these are the ones. And here are the cups. I don't love the figures on this deck, even though they are cute, but I don't think it's the best part of this deck. I think the colors are lovely, and especially the cup suit, as you can see, is so pink. I prefer to see hands and eyes in this deck rather than the whole figure, because I think it's the best to have, like, it's a characteristic, of this deck, to have the hands. This is the Six of Cups. How lovely is this? And there is the book with a tag, a label, that says memories. Yes, this is one of the cutest cards, I think. And this is the Ten of Cups. Very pink. Sorry, this was the Nine of Cups, and this is the Ten of Cups. Yes, I trimmed this deck. It has very huge white borders. I regret it a little bit just because the borders, the size of the cards, I think was unique, and also the shape, because it was not regular. Like the edges were a little bit rounded, and it was so peculiar. But since in the beginning I wanted to use this deck and look at the colors, I trimmed it to be able, I'm sorry for hitting my camera, I trimmed it to be able to use it, and I use it a lot. Now I'm not using it, but I wanted to feature it in this video because it's very pink. So this is the Langusto Tarot. Moving on with another one, which is not really my aesthetic. So I am featuring here a lot of decks which are not, or would be not, my aesthetic. I prefer sometimes, fine line decks or collage decks, and I don't really have a lot of cute decks, let's say. But this is the Affirmator Tarot. It's mass market. The box is lovely because it's kind of linen. I have selected the most pink cards in the deck, but just take a moment to appreciate the backs. They are shiny. This feels like linen cardstock, and it's so lovely. And as you can see, there are pink accents on the backs, so I think it's perfect for this tag. There are a lot of pink accents on these cards, but also some of them are entirely pink. I remember seeing a lot of pink cards in this deck, and I was not wrong. Maybe it's not the cards themselves, but like the accents here, like the little hearts, and the word is entirely pink. There's a lot of pink in this deck, so even though not all the cards are pink, but pink is definitely an accent. And here we have the Sun card, it's entirely pink. More of pink hearts. I don't know why I selected this one. Oh yes, because this little like bear, or maybe it's a koala, I don't know, is pink too. Pink swords, pink flowers, a pink flamingo. I'm not usually attracted to, these flashy colors, but there's something about this deck that makes it so cute, and I've used it primarily for clients. And when you use this deck, you actually get very funny responses, because the little, white book also has this kind of ironic, maybe sarcastic tone also, which is very fun. But it can call you out too, so don't be fooled just because it seems so cute. It can call you out. And since I have shown the Affirmator Tarot now, I want to show you, so this one is the Affirmator Love and Relationship, again with shiny letters on the box, and it opens like this. And the backs are very, very pink. This is a very easy oracle to use because you have messages on the cards, keywords, and then very long fun messages. Again, there are a lot of pastels. You get also many bonus cards like this one. And there is a lot of pink. Again. This is a very interesting deck. I think it's, as an oracle, it's quite underrated, but I find it so cute, very fun, and it's one of the few decks I have, I think, with this vibe. There is an entire series of affirmators, oracles. You can buy them on Amazon, it's mass market. And here we have like a pinkish or reddish onion. And there are a lot of series. This one is love and relationship. Then I think you have creativity as well. I don't know if there is something about career. I still haven't got all the series, but I think I would love to. Here's a cupcake and it's pink. The card commitment is pink. So definitely a lot of pink here. And it's very fun to use for love and relationship readings. So this is the Affirmators for Love Oracle for love and relationships. One more tarot deck you probably know very well if you've watched my videos. This is the Lioness Oracle Tarot. No surprise, and it's pink because it features many roses. And even though it has a cosmic energy, as you can see, it's pretty pink everywhere. Mostly for the roses, by the way. There are a lot of flowers, and they are pink and red. And the backs, I mean, they are lovely, right? And this is one of my favorites. It's one I'm showing a lot. It's one also I'm using a lot. I've recently carried it with me when I was traveling. More pink roses and cats, jewelry, and more pink roses. Pink galaxies, pink glasses. Definitely a pink deck. Even though it's not primarily pink, but there is a lot of pink in it. A lot of roses. I love roses. And again, pink galaxies and more pink roses. So yeah, this is the Lioness Oracle Tarot, a favorite, huge favorite. And I use the Lioness Oracle Tarot a lot with the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards. I have not invented this pair. This actually, I've seen someone on YouTube using this pair, these cards together. And if you're watching and if you identify as that person, please tell me, because I don't remember where I've seen someone using these two together. I had already the Lioness Oracle Tarot, and then I bought this one because I saw this person on YouTube using these two together. By the way, this is my favorite combo also for healing, and you know, it's a combo that brings me comfort. I wouldn't have ever, you know, bought this oracle if it wasn't for that person. And this is definitely, and sorry for the glare, but again, these cards are glossy, but it's definitely a pink deck. As you can see, first card is a girl with pink hair. So I never get these cards. I mean, I really always get the same cards over and over when I try to do some healing practice, you know, with this deck. As you can see, it's very pink, and I don't know if I shown the backs. There are some prompts here. There are very long, like sentences, or they are not affirmations because it speaks like in second person, and then you get a prompt, with a questions. I guess it would be very good for journaling, but I never journal with this one. I just reflect on it, and I find that the prompts are always so on point according to what I'm going through in that moment, and it's always something I need to reflect on, and it brings me peace and encourages me to do some introspection, in the moment. And this one and the Lioness Oracle Tarot are such a perfect pairing. Both have this cosmic energy, both feature a lot of roses and have a very similar energy and a feminine energy. I probably wouldn't, as I was saying, use this deck ever if I hadn't seen how well it works with the Lioness Oracle Tarot, and I only use it with that specific tarot deck, So definitely a lot of red, but also pink, I would say, and a lot of feminine energy. It matches the Lioness Oracle Tarot so well. There is also quite a bit of diversity, which is not bad, So this oracle has a very specific purpose in my collection. It's not one I would use, alone or for everyday pulls. This is specific for healing. Next one I want to show you is the Zerner Faber Tarot. This is the vintage edition from the 90s. I was so lucky to put my hands on it, and as you can see, it features a lot of pink, especially in the cup suit, which is, there is a lot of purple as well. Yeah, but especially the cup suit, as you can see, it's very pink, and it features a lot of hearts, more pink hearts. So definitely a lot of pink energy. This is another deck I think it's very suitable for love and relationship readings. Let me find the most pink cards. I love this Ace of Wands. It's so modern to me. It almost feels like a contemporary card you may find in one of the latest decks. I think what I like the most is this zebra print. I find it very original, very cute. So this is the Zerner Faber Tarot. I think there is more pink here, but I don't want to show the whole deck. I think you can see the colors, and maybe you know it also already very well. So this is my precious vintage edition. Another one, I don't think it's been shown a lot on YouTube, and not many people maybe know it, is the Tarot d'Or by Joël Ball. I think it's French. You can find it on Amazon, actually, it's mass market, but I got it secondhand on eBay for a ridiculous price because this one is in French and it was written all over. Again, if I could make a video about my first 15, this would be in my first 50 index. As you can see, it features a lot of pink, especially in the minors, in the cups. Again, the cups are, the minors are pips. But this is a very interesting deck, and in my collection, even though it may not seem, again, I wouldn't say this is my aesthetic, but there was something about this deck that pulled me in. This is a deck that has a very specific purpose, as I was saying. It is one of my one question decks in the sense that it is one that I use to ask where I'm at in my journey, in my life journey in general. You can ask about love as well, because I think it's very suitable for that, love and connections and relationships in general. But this has a very specific purpose, as I was saying, and the little white book serves me very well for that specific question, like asking where I'm at and where I'm going, and like take stock of where I am. So this is a deck that works for that specific function for me, and I was drawn to it from the beginning. I would say it was an immediate, again, buy click for me. It's called the Tarot Door because it has golden accents, and I don't know if you can see on the cards. As you can see, also is second hand. I came with all these writings in French on the cards, but I don't mind them. And actually, I think it's part of the reason why I was attracted to this deck, is because it felt used, it felt loved, it felt like someone had worked with it and learned with it. And I love the energy that comes from this deck. I felt like it was mine. Right away, I felt like it was waiting for me when I saw it on eBay, and the person who had it was very probably glad, you know, to get rid of it, but actually I'm very happy to have it in my collection. It has a very specific and special place. Moving on, I don't think maybe I'm right in featuring this deck as a pink deck, but this is the Thought Nebula. This is by Nova Mundi, and I have to specify that Nova Mundi has created this deck, and sorry for the glare, for personal use, only for myself, and to gift a few copies to my friends. So I'm very grateful to Nova Mundi to give me, you know, for giving me the opportunity to get this deck. Again, sorry for the glare, but this is glossy, and this is a new acquisition for me because I'm not really acquainted with the Thought. But I saw this one, which is actually a Thought deck, but the colors are the negative, you know, of the original colors. And even though you may not say this is a pink deck, I wouldn't say it is a pink deck, but it has a lot of purples and a little bit of pink here and there. Maybe it's more orange than pink. Yeah, but I don't know, maybe I just wanted to show it and feature it here. Actually, it has some pink cards, pink and purple. Yeah. Maybe it's more salmon than pink, but yeah. I think I just wanted an opportunity to show this deck and be grateful to the creator. Because if I am starting my thought journey, finally, after many years of reading just Rider-Waite-Smith, it may be for this deck. After this, I may actually be ready to work with the actual thought and the original cards and the original colors as well. And love this purple card. So this is the Thought Nebula. Maybe not the best pick for this tag, but I thought that maybe some of these accents, you know, may be appropriate for the tag. You know, they may suit the tag, as you can see. Maybe just a few cards, but love this one. I have one last tarot deck. Actually, this is the Radiant Wild Tarot. This is mass market. The box is huge and it's very pink, as you can see. This is one I use more during the summer, just because of the colors that are very flashy. And I don't need to select cards here because you can see right away there is a lot of pink here. So it might not be like a pink deck per se, but as you can see, definitely there is a lot of pink here. And again, this is another deck that may not exactly be my vibe or my aesthetic, because I don't like decks where the figures are black and I don't see the faces of people, you know? It's one of my, quirks, like with decks, you know? But again, I was very drawn to the energy of this deck. And I find the booklet to be very interesting. I keep it not in the box, but on my shelf because I like to refer to it for my readings. I find the explanations of the cards to be very interesting. And there are also sentences for each card, you know, with an affirmation. And I use this deck in particular when I want to focus on the positive in my readings, because this deck gives you prompts for reflection, but I think it's also a very positive deck, like optimistic. It shines, you know, it illuminates the bright side, I think. as I was saying, gives me more summer vibes, so I don't tend to use it during this period. And I've just taken this out to show it in for this prompt, you know, for this tag. Again, let me find some very pink cards. They are not difficult to find because there are plenty of them. So this is the Radiant Wilds Tarot. Mass market, you can find it on Amazon. Quite well used and well loved in my collection. Moving on to the oracles. This is not the Prism Oracle. This is not a pink deck, but there are a few, you know, pink cards in here that are really, really pink. As you can see, purple. It's called the Prism Oracle, right? So there are all the colors here. Actually, these colors are like suits with different, you know, the oracle like has different suits or sections. There are a lot of reds and almost all the colors, but also some of the most pink cards I ever had in decks, you know. This is red, and again, this is pink. So you really have a lot of these healing, like love-themed cards that are pink, and then you have a lot of purple and also red for passion, love, anger, and so on. This deck features a lot of emotions, and it's really, really good, you know, to use it to pick up on general energies. I also use it a lot for clients when I do blind readings to pick up on the energies or emotions around a specific situation. So this is the Prism Oracle. It's mass market. It's very cute, actually. It's gilded. Very nice. And a very good oracle deck. Next one is an old one, and it's very pink. This is the Work Your Light Oracle cards. And actually I have mixed up two Danielle Noel decks here. One is the Work Your Light and the other one is the Starseed Oracle. That's two oracles together. It's something I saw Don Michelle doing years ago, and when I finally got these oracles, I did the same. So I selected the cards from both the cards that I love the most, and then I just kept, you know, the messages that resonated with me more. And because there are some cards with very similar energies in these decks, and I didn't want to have like doubles. But as you can see, there is a lot of pink, even if it's just, but it's a little bit everywhere, you know, in the shades. A lot of roses here too. It's been a while since I've used this deck, but I've been using it a lot for, again, healing, you know, from my own practice. I've used it for clients too, to be honest, to channel messages, to give support and healing messages. So these two decks together, I think they work very well. And I was thinking about actually getting the Rose Oracle as well and incorporate those cards here too. And so it will become, you know, a mega deck, like made of or composed of 3 different oracles, which would be interesting. I haven't the Rose Oracle, but I think it's on my wish list. I think I might get it. I really love this cosmic, again, feminine energy. So this is the Work Your Light and the Starseed Oracle together. Next one, I don't have a box. It's again one of my first oracles ever. This is the Amenti Oracle. Again, it's not necessarily a whole pink deck, but it features a lot of pink as accents together with the cosmic and Egyptian theme. This is a great oracle too. The book is very interesting. It explains a lot of the Egyptian notions and philosophy at the base of this deck. but it can be used intuitively too. It's a very, very intuitive deck with a lot of pink accents again. As you can see, definitely a lot of pink. So this is the Amenti Oracle. Next one is the Modern Nirvana Oracle. Again, another one from with the same illustrations by Natalie Miller. Again, a very pink deck for the pink accents, not because it's entirely pink. A lot of pastels and purples. A very interesting oracle, but I've used the Amenti more over time. As you can see, a lot of pink. Not necessarily is the main color, but there are a lot of shades and accents and like flowers, or just also in the background. So again, a very, very nice oracle with some pretty flashy colors and pink. So this is the Modern Nirvana Oracle. Very cute, very interesting. It is mass market, you know, so easy to find. Another oracle which is pretty pink and flashy is the Cosmos Oracle deck. That is pink in the box. These are the backs. It's gilded. And this deck features a lot of pink. It's quite modern. There are purples as well. Again, this wouldn't be my aesthetic. So many decks in this video aren't my favorites in terms of aesthetic, the aesthetic I look for. So I have a precise like preference, or some more or some different preferences, let's say. This is not necessarily the aesthetic I look for, but there are exceptions, you know, like sometimes we are attracted to things we wouldn't think, you know, they work for us, but actually for some reason they do. I've used this deck more, to be honest, for clients rather than for myself. It should also come with a guidebook. I have never got actually, and so I read this intuitively. It has a lot of keywords, so I think it's not difficult to read it intuitively. And again, as you can see, the lovely purples and pinks in this deck. I would say they are accents, you know. Also, this oracle has a suit, so maybe the colors, I haven't checked, but I think they may have to do with the suit of the oracle actually. Very modern, definitely not one I reach for very frequently, but I use it a lot for clients, and for some reason I really love it. I think it's quite, I don't know, unique, and I felt drawn to it, even though it's a little bit different for me compared to my usual, you know, aesthetic. So this is the Cosmos Oracle deck, and I am almost done. The last one I want to show you, it's one that is quite popular, the Reclaim Oracle, so you probably know it already. And again, another one that shouldn't be, and it's not probably my aesthetic or the aesthetic I usually look for. I love the edges. It comes with these very nice matte edges, black edges, and I love the size. But I don't have also the Lilifer Tarot because, again, this is not my aesthetic, and I know that the Lilifer Tarot from the same creator is quite popular, and I understand why many people love it. So this is actually black and pink, I don't know if you can pick up on camera, or it shows like it seems maybe more white. It's quite a muted dusty pink, so it is not flashy like the ones like the cards I've shown before. As I was saying, I didn't get the Lily for Tarot because this is not really my aesthetic. It's not something I really gravitate towards, but at a certain point I felt pulled, you know, in this direction, and I wanted to have this deck. Also, it was going out of print, and so I got one of the last copies on, I don't remember which website, but I decided to give it a shot, and it has been quite powerful and accurate from the beginning. But again, not being exactly the aesthetic I look for, this is not a deck I reach for very frequently, but I've used it quite a lot for my clients too, so it has a place in my collection, but not always for personal use, also for, you know, reading for clients. I find it to be very interesting, quite accurate to describe feelings and what is going on beneath the surface, especially in, again, relationships, but also related to personal feelings, you know, we may experience every day and maybe not express, and these are the backs. So yes, this is the Reclaim Oracle. And I have just realized that I have here my pink case, so maybe a pink girl after all. And also I have this like AirPods bag, which is pink. I don't know if it picks up. So I'm all about a theme without even realizing it. So this is all the pink I could find in my decks, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sticking with me for so long. Thank you so much again. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos to come on my channel. Thank you again. Bye bye.